Did Russell Wilson this offseason. They got a plethora of picks. They got Drew Lock, they got Noah Fant, and they got a offensive tackle, right? I can't remember for sure.
Yeah.
But the plethora of picks is what we're worried about here. So how did they do in the draft?
Well, I think their plethora of picks comes in
next
year's draft, I believe. Or maybe did they trade it? I don't know where their extra picks went. Let's see. They're reading here about it. No, I don't know I don't know what they did with that extra pick. But anyways, round 1, pick 9, they got Charles Cross, who could be the best offensive lineman in this draft if Ickey and Evan Neal don't pan out. This guy really is a solid offensive lineman who is going to be awesome protecting the blind spot of the next 4 quarterbacks that they're going to have over the next several years. He's really just going to be incredible with those guys. So that's round 1, pick 9, and he's an offensive tackle out of Mississippi State, so I really like Charles Cross. Then in the second round, I think they did a great job as well. Boye Mafe, edge out of Minnesota. He's a guy who adds their defense immediately. He will be a starter day 1, I think, on this team, and a difference maker day 1. Then the next pick at 41, they got Kenneth Walker, running back out of Michigan State, the best running back in college football last year, and who is a dude. I mean, he is a heavy load. You cannot bring this guy down. He's super fast. I mean, he's fun to watch. Go watch Kenneth Walker highlights, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The guy is electric. He's just a big dude. You hand the ball off to him, and he goes forward and picks up yards. It's just that simple, and he picks up a lot of yards at that. Then in the third round, I thought they continued hitting out of the park. Abraham Lucas, offensive tackle out of Washington State, and another solid guy who I think could come in and start either this year or next year for them. Then in the fourth round, another steal, Kobe Bryant out of Lower Merion High School in Philadelphia. No, I'm just kidding. Kobe Bryant, the other Kobe Bryant, not Mamba, rest in peace. But in the fourth round, they got Kobe Bryant, COBY, cornerback out of Cincinnati, who is also going to be number 8 or 24. One of the other two represent Kobe. I don't remember if it was 8 or 24. It was one of them. But he's a solid cornerback as well, who paired very well with Ahmad Sauce Gardner last year, as both of them lockdown defenders. So to get him in the fourth round, that was a really nice scoop, as well as Tariq Woolen, cornerback out of Texas San Antonio, another solid guy, another Texas San Antonio player who went to the NFC West, as well as Tyreek Smith, edge out of Ohio State. Tyreek Smith is a possible steal here for them as well. He's somebody who's flown under the radar and could make an impact pretty quickly. Then in round 7, they realized that their wide receiver core is getting a little depleted. They just lost their quarterback. So what did they do? They went and got Bo Melton and Derek Young, wide receivers out of Rutgers, and Lenore Ryan. Both two guys who could make an impact in the first couple of years as well. On the returning side, on special teams, and also on the field at wide receiver. There's too many good guys ahead of them for them to make a huge impact. I mean, obviously they're not going to just walk in and kick DK and Tyler Lockett out. That's not going to happen. But, they'll probably get some reps. So with that being said, overall, thought they had a great draft, an absolutely great draft. Best pick for them, for me, was Kenneth Walker, the third running back out of Michigan State, simply because also Chris Carson, while he is a great running back when he is healthy, that's the thing. When he's healthy, he's not ever healthy. He's always hurt. So they needed somebody to come in who they can trust to be there for all 16, 17 games, or at least somebody who can fill in those 8 games when Carson's not there. And Kenneth Walker is a guy who can do that. So he's going to be taking a lot of snaps from them this year. I think they're going to be a really run-heavy offense this year, actually, especially with Drew Lock at the helm. There's going to be a lot of running, and I think Kenneth Walker could have a pretty big season this year, and a lot of people aren't ready for that. So Kenneth Walker was their best pick for me, and their draft grade, the only good grade that I'm giving in the NFC West is to the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm giving them an A. I thought they did a wonderful job with this draft. Even though they did trade away their quarterback and everything, they still got some guys. They got some high-quality guys in Cross, in Boye Mafe, Kenneth Walker. I mean, really, their first 5 to 6 picks are all solid guys who I think could walk in and make an impact on day 1. So really excited for what they're doing.
Yeah, so the only thing that I disagree with you about your whole draft grade for the Seahawks was that you think Drew Lock is going to be the starter in Seattle, and that is absolutely false. There is another quarterback out there that is going to be starting for the Seattle Seahawks, and that's going to be Gino Smith. You are exactly right.
Either way, doesn't matter. They're going to be handing off the ball a lot, no matter who's the quarterback.
I think it is Gino Smith's job to lose. Like, I feel like at this point. And
he did play a lot last year whenever Russ was out. So I could see them saying, "Hey, look, you've been here longer, you know the system." So
he's been there for 4 years. I didn't know that. But he's been there for 4 years.
They'll probably give him a shot first, but if he screws